Hey, welcome to DocHollyHealth. Today we're going to do RX yoga for IT band syndrome. This could be pain all along this band of fascia that goes to the knee. We'll talk about it throughout, but let's get right into the movement today. I just encourage you to listen to your body. And one thing you may need is a strap, or if you don't have a strap, either a belt or a towel. So run and get that and come back because we're gonna start with it. I don't have one, but I'll show you exactly what to do if you need one. So lying on your back, make your way there, get comfortable, pull your knees into your chest, and just rock side to side. Start breathing in and out through the nose. And just find a natural rhythm that works for you and just reminds you to be present throughout practice today. Then when you're ready, grab behind your left thigh, straighten your right leg, plug your left thigh away from you, and if you have tight hamstrings, you're gonna want your strap and you're gonna hold it behind your thigh as you start to straighten your leg and then pull your toes back. Angle your toes towards your nose and then start to draw the foot closer to your nose at a point that you personally find sensation at the back of your leg. We don't want to force this and find pain. It's about just going to the space that your body allows you to go to right now. You could also have the strap laced around your foot, or you can take your two-piece fingers to your big toe if you've got more length and find the stretch that way. So why are we stretching the hamstrings? Because when the hamstrings get tight, there's fibers that run from the hamstrings to the IT band and can contribute to that tightness. Also, when people foam roll their IT band, it's not really doing a whole lot because it's just this tight band of fibrocartilaginous mass when we should really be focusing on more like the hamstrings and the quads, the muscle bellies around the area. Let's do the other side. You can release that left leg, give it a shake, and then pull that right knee into your chest, give it a squeeze, plug the thigh away from you to keep your hips even, stable pelvis, grab it anywhere behind your right leg that you have space for, or use that assistance of a strap or a belt. Find the small angle of your toes towards your nose and begin to find the flexibility that you have in your body right now without forcing it or without thinking you should be somewhere. Let go of expectation right now. Just be present and move as your body allows you to. The healing process is a journey. It doesn't happen with just one yoga practice, with just one stretch, with just one exercise. It requires us to tune into our body, strengthen muscles that are weak, lengthen muscles that are tight, and get to the root of the problem. Good, let's pull that right knee back into the chest. Shake your legs out again. And then roll on over to one side to push your way up. And let's find tabletop. Let's do a few cat-cows just to loosen up the spine. Explore more of how you're feeling right now. So line up, your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and we'll begin. Inhale, lift the crown and tailbone to the sky as you drop your belly. Really widen your collarbones. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine. As you inhale back to that lift in your spine by dropping the ribs, lifting out the crown, lifting out the tailbone. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine. Really finding the fluidity that lives in your spine right now. And if there's certain places in your spine that feel kind of stiff and stuck, just give it some grace. Send a breath there. Let it feel good. Let's do one more. Find neutral spine halfway between the two. Elicit a bit of a core contraction by pulling your belly button up and in. Curl your toes into the mat. Push your hips back towards a downward facing dog, but keep your knees just a little bit bent as you do it. Slowly finding your way into your first down dog. Bend one knee as you straighten the opposite, even if it doesn't reach the mat, and just find that bit of movement down the back of your leg. Sway side to side, firmly gripping your hands into the mat, especially your index finger and your thumb, to push your chest towards your thighs and gaze back. Good. Lean into the down dog again. Keep the knee slightly bent. And look forward and walk to a forward fold at the front of your yoga mat. With the knees bent, grab opposite elbows, sway side to side, elongating the neck. Tilt the tailbone slightly up towards the sky. And keep a little bit of that core compression to help you bring your chest towards your thighs. Release your hands and slowly roll up, trying to articulate your spine one vertebrae at a time until you find standing. Head comes up last. Roll the shoulders back, shake it out, and find a squat position. Feet about as wide as the mat. And we want to find a neutral spine for this. So when you're squatting, we want our ribs to stay relatively equidistant to the hip bones the entire way through. So first, to find neutral spine, let's tuck our tailbone under, make that ugly butt, and then tilt your tailbone back to arch your back. And then I want you to find halfway in between the two, and then notice that you're in a neutral spine now. Let's find the yoga mat again. Keep this distance, maybe the first time, maintain your fingertips there as you sit back into your squat. There, now we have that nice long spine. We're gonna activate our glutes. Take your hands to the outside of your thighs and press your thighs into your hands into your thighs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift back up. Doing that is gonna help us activate our glute medius muscle, and when that muscle's strong, it relieves pressure off the IT band having to do the work. Strong glutes are going to be huge for you. So let's do that activation 2 more times. Sit back into your squat, check your pelvis positioning, hands to the outside, push your knees out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand back tall, inhale. Exhale, sit into your squat, push the hands into the thighs, thighs into the hands, 5, push, 4, core contracted, 3, 2, 1, stand tall. Beautiful job. Take a big step out, toes out, heels in, fairly wide, hands into prayer again. Find your tall, beautiful posture. Now we're gonna do lateral lunges, or what we call surfer's lunge or Skandasana in yoga, because a lot of times too with IT band syndrome, what happens is the mover does a lot of lateral, or not lateral, sagittal movements. We see spinners and runners get it because we're always going front to back, and we don't move our muscles in these side to side patterns. So we want to strengthen your body this way. To do that, lateral lunge, sit into the left hip. You can let the right toes and kneecap pivot towards the sky. Come through center. Good, and then find the lateral lunge the opposite way. Now my right kneecap and right foot goes to the ceiling. Of course, a modification would be to keep the feet down and do lateral lunges like so. Let's do it. We'll count this as number 1 here. We'll go to 10 per side. 1, find your yoga breath. Inhale, exhale. That helps you know when to push your body, when to soften. I always want you to do what feels good for you. Everything I say is guidance, but hey, I'm not right there with you. So you really have to be your best coach, but I think you can do that. Good. Only going as deep as feels good for your hips. A lot of mobility in the ankles and the hips and even in the thoracic spine is required for this. But be where you are today. Don't rush the journey. Just keep showing up on your yoga mat. Be proud of yourself for taking this step today. One more each side. Good. Now take your toes, face them to the front of the mat. Take your hands down. Now you're in a runner's lunge. Right knee over the right ankle. Left foot is toes tucked under, left leg activated. From here, we're gonna get into your IT band. Take all 10 toes to the right on the outer blade of both feet. Left hand stays down. Reach the right arm to the sky. Lower the hips, reach the right hand back towards the back left foot. Inhale, rise, lift your hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. For 3, only going as deep as your body allows. 2, 1. Good. Cartwheel the hands to the front on either side of the right foot. Step to the front, forward fold. Grab your elbows. Let go. Good. Bend your knees. Roll up once again, slowly compressing your core until you find standing. Here we go. Take your feet as wide as the yoga mat. This time we're gonna do regular squats. Sit down in your squat and then come back up. Another way to keep a neutral spine is place one hand on your lower belly, one hand on the sacrum, and that will show you if you are arching your back or if you're keeping this nice and lovely core activation. Nice neutral spine. Good place to activate your glutes at the top. Let's do 2 and 1. Awesome. Now we're going to take a big step the opposite way, whatever you didn't do last time. I'm to the right side of my mat now. Hands in prayer pose. Let's do some lateral lunges. Sit to the right, let the left toes come up. Inhale through center. Sit to the left. See how my butt goes back? You can probably see it better this one. Instead of letting the knee drive forward, my knee stays relatively over my ankle as I shift the weight back. Really squeezing through the inner thighs on the lift up. Think of ascending away from the floor, using your body to do the work. Couple more times, you can do it. Starting to get a little bit of a workout. One more to the right. This is RX yoga, okay? We work here. One more to the right. One more to the left. And now spin your toes back to the front. Lower the hands, find your runner's lunge. Engage your inner thighs just a bit to help you square your hips off. Find your core contraction. Now all 10 toes face the left on the outer blade of your left feet. Inhale, lift the arm overhead. Exhale, lower it back down. Inhale. Exhale. This might be really intense for you. Really digging into that area that we're working on. So give it a deep breath. Go into the intensity as tolerated, but don't over push. You know best. Cartwheel the hands to the front, step to the front, heel toe your feet, back out wide, toes out, heels in, sit into a Malasana, a low Yogi Squat. And if this is not happening, sit a little bit higher. Listen to where you need to be right now. Just getting a little deeper into those hips, relieving a little bit of compression in the low back. Then we're gonna build into a plank. So set your hands down, step back into a plank pose, shift forward so the shoulders are over the wrist. If you're like, no, not happening, set your knees down. That's okay too. Honor what your body is able to do right now. Either way, you're squeezing your glutes, you're engaging your belly button up and in, getting that scooping action of the core. You're pushing down through your hands and squeezing your thighs. Good, come onto the outer blade of the right foot, the inside of the left. Lift your left arm to the sky or set a knee down for this side plank. Skandasana on the right. Again, right shoulder over my wrist. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, tailbone long, engage. This is gonna work your glute med and your core, all those muscles that are gonna help make you resilient against IT band pain. I know we don't love to do these always, but this is the work we got right now. Come into full plank. The healing work isn't always pretty, okay? Left hand to the center, roll on the outer blade of the left foot, inside of the right, reach the right arm to the sky, tuck your hips under, towards that posterior pelvic tilt, push the left hand away from the floor, charge your muscles, engage your core, your legs, your booty. 3, 2, 1. Find plank, lower down onto your knees, sit back onto your heels, roll the shoulders out a couple times. You are doing so good. Now we'll stretch a little, okay? Sit to one side, legs come forward, shake out your legs. Take your right foot, cross it on the other side of your left knee. Fingertips behind you, sit up nice and tall. We're gonna twist here. Right hand behind you for guidance. Inhale the left arm to the sky, find length first, and then twist to the right. Inhale, reach out of the crown of your head. Exhale, twist over your right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Release back to the front. Shake it out and we'll simply switch. Take your left foot to the outside of the right. Stand up tall, sit up tall. Left fingertips back, open the shoulders. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, find that length out of your crown, out of your spine. Exhale for depth. Again, spreading your shoulder blades wide, your collarbones wide, rather. Inhale for a length. Exhale to turn back. Good, roll to the front and shake your legs out. Bend your knees about as wide as the yoga mat and just windshield wiper them a couple times side to side. Perfect. Now we're gonna find a tall seated position. Palms down on your lap. Sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back. Close your eyes and tune into how your body feels right now. After taking the time to take a step towards healing, strengthening your body, mobilizing your muscles, mobilizing your joints, I should say. Know that it doesn't happen overnight, but now you have this as a toolbox to come back to again and again. If this served you, like this video, subscribe, and I'd love you to drop a comment so that we can support each other and you're always able to ask me questions. I'm there for you. I'm honored that you let me guide you today. Let's take our palms into heart center, tucking our chin to our chest. One more breath together. Inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Blinking those eyes back open. Namaste.